Gamification in education is highly praised for its potential to revolutionize how students learn. In this new educational landscape, online quiz platforms have emerged to be the game changers themselves. Kahoot, Blooket, Quizzes, these are the popular platforms for gamifying quizzes in educational settings. One platform that stands out, capturing my attention, is Blooket. Many have claimed that Blooket is an excellent tool for formative assessment, offering students an engaging and captivating way to learn. But is Blooket really that good for formative assessment? Stay tuned to find out on today's episode of
Sure not.
Let's begin by understanding what formative assessment is. According to Gulikers and Baartman, formative assessment is a structured process consists of 5 phases. The first phase is clarifying the learning objectives. The second phase is assessing students' learning, which can be accomplished through assignments, quizzes, and more. Many educators now turn to platforms like Blooket to administer quizzes in a gamified manner during this phase. The third phase is analyzing and interpreting students' submissions or responses. While many educators find Blooket advantageous for its data collection, which can be easily downloaded and interpreted after the quiz, it's worth noting that Blooket does not display responses during gameplay. The fourth phase is providing feedback to help students bridge their learning gaps. Blooket offers the option to provide feedback with correct answer when a question is answered incorrectly. However, in formative assessment, the goal is not only to correct mistakes, but also to help students understand why they were made and how to avoid them in the future. This often necessitates teacher-student interaction. And lastly, is adapting teaching and learning based on the gathered responses. If Blooket is considered an effective formative assessment tool, then it should complement the formative assessment cycle, especially in phases 2, 3, and 4. But before we delve into the problem of using Blooket for formative assessment, let me provide you with an overview of how Blooket is played. First, the teacher will log in to host a game. There are several game types to choose from. A game code will be generated and displayed on the screen for the students to join the game. Students will enter the game code into their device to join the game. Once the game begins, players are presented with a series of questions on their devices. Players earn points for correct answers, and the faster they answer correctly, the more points they can accumulate. Blooket makes the gameplay more interesting by providing additional ways to earn or lose points. Some game modes include power-ups that can be strategically used during a game. As the game progresses, players can monitor their own and their opponent's score on the projection screen. The players with the most points, or the one who achieved the game's objective first, is declared the winner. Did you notice that the entire quiz process is student-led, with limited teacher interaction during the quiz? It looks fun, isn't it? Blooket excels at captivating students, making the learning experience more enjoyable. The appeal of Blooket for young learners is undeniable. However, there are areas where it may fall short as a tool for effective formative assessment. Blooket may not fulfill the requirements of the formative assessment cycle, particularly for phases 3 and 4. While Blooket provides educators with the ease of gathering data for analysis, the accuracy of the data collected is questionable. Young learners love Blooket because of its competitive nature of the gameplay. The accuracy of data collection may suffer due to the excitement of the game. This is particularly evident in young learners, where their focus often shifts from assessing their understanding to winning the game, sometimes leading to strategic gameplay rather than trying to answer the question promptly. Inaccurate data gathered for formative assessment could hinder teachers' ability to identify learning gaps and impact subsequent lessons. This means booklet may lead to issues in phase 3 of the formative assessment cycle. Secondly, there is minimal collaboration between teachers and students during booklet gameplay. Teacher-student interaction is essential to understand why incorrect answers occur, whether due to misconceptions, question ambiguity, or accidental responses. Phase 4 of the formative assessment cycle is not merely providing correct answers when students answer them wrongly. It requires students to reflect on their mistakes in order for the learning to take place. However, during booklet gameplay, students may not have sufficient time to reflect on their mistakes. Since it's a student-led quiz, teachers can't identify and address misconceptions during gameplay. Teachers can only analyze the responses after the game has concluded. The lack of immediate feedback hinders the utilization of the recency effect, a powerful technique for enhancing learning. Let's summarize the reasons why booklet may not be an ideal tool for formative assessment. While booklet is effective in eliciting students' responses, the way quizzes are conducted may not align with some phases of the formative assessment cycle. For example, students may prioritize winning the game over learning, leading to issues with data accuracy. Therefore, it may not be as useful in phase 3. Another limitation is the lack of reflection and teacher-student interaction due to the way quizzes are conducted, making it challenging to fulfill phase 4. However, this doesn't mean that booklet isn't a useful tool. Like any educational tools, it's essential to consider the context and learning objective to determine if booklet is the right fit for your classroom. Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.